Well, welcome to Virtual RE. This is week 2 in our new experience of doing virtual religious education. So I'm glad you are here to connect as a family to Unitarian Universalism. As you might remember, this month our theme is wisdom. And today we are going to explore what wisdom means in terms of our bodies. Kind of a strange thing to think about, but we will. So sometimes you may have experienced where your body told you something that your mind did not know yet. Some people might call it an intuition or just a feeling. Maybe you've experienced that. So when we get started now, feel free to grab a chalice or candle at home and lighter or matches. And if you have some small rocks or pebbles or shells, a little bowl like this, put them in and you can use them for your joys and your concerns. And when you're ready, start up the video again and join me for Virtual RE. So we will light our chalice first. And if you have a chime at home, you can ring it. Sometimes in RE we go like this until we can't hear the sound at all. Like that. And then we say our chalice lighting words. So, young people, feel free to show moms, dads, aunts, uncles, whoever you are with, our chalice lighting words. We say, we light this chalice to celebrate Unitarian Universalism with an open mind and helping hands and loving heart. We care for our earth. Here's our earth. And each other. And ourselves. After we light our chalice, we usually have joys and concerns. So if you want to pause the video here and share whatever is on your mind and on your hearts, please do. And maybe this would be a good time to talk about some of the guidelines we use for joys and concerns. It's a time for sharing, obviously. And we usually go around the circle. Everyone takes a pebble or shell or rock and holds it until it's their turn. And when it is your turn, you can say pass. You don't have to share right away. And if you want to share, you just put your pebble or rock in the bowl and share your joy or concern. One of the hardest things to do at this time is to not ask a lot of questions. So when somebody is sharing, unless you need to clarify something, we try not to interrupt and ask questions. Just give them time to say what they need to say. Later on, you can ask them any question you want. But this is just a time for sharing and for listening, which is hard to do at times. So pause now and take some time out to share your joys and your concerns. Next we have our Wonder Box. And this is my Wonder Box today here at UCE. So I wonder what could be in the Wonder Box today. Let's see. Oh, it's this little package. It says bandage on it. Looks like a Band-Aid. Wonder why we have a Band-Aid in here. What do you use a Band-Aid for? Obviously to cover up an owie or a boo-boo, a cut or a scrape. Our body knows when it's hurt. We feel pain. We might say ouch or oops, that hurts. We may even cry a little bit. and that's okay. Our bodies know a lot of things. Our bodies are very wise. We can be wise when we listen to our bodies. We can be wise by listening to when our body tells us it's hungry. You know, your stomach's rumbling and growling and making all kinds of noises. What do? Well, you eat something. And when your body is wise and tells you that you need to rest, maybe from playing outside or just having a long day, what can you do? Well, you can lie down, read a book for a little while, or take a little nap, or maybe it's bedtime and you just need a good night's sleep. We also can be wise when our bodies tell us something that isn't just quite right. Something doesn't feel right inside. What can we do then? We can listen with our inner voice and follow what our inner voice is telling us to do or not do. And we can be wise when our body tells us when we need a hug. What can we do? We can ask for a hug from someone who loves us and cares for us. And we can also offer a hug to someone else. So those are some ways that our bodies are wise and teach us about our lives. Now we will have a short meditation. And in order to do that, we usually do a little bit of wiggling around, especially for the preschoolers. The older you get, the less likely you need it. But if you need to wiggle a little bit, here's a chance to wiggle. So we go like this. We wiggle our fingers, then we wiggle our toes. You can't see my toes right now. Wiggle our shoulders, and wiggle your nose. Now, no more wiggles are left in me. I'll be as still and quiet as can be. And then we ring our chime. Get in a comfortable position. And take a deep breath. Relax your body. Let your feet relax. Let your legs and your knees relax. Breathe. Let your bottoms and your belly relax. Breathe again. Feel relaxed in your chest and your shoulders. Feel your shoulders sag down a little bit more. Take a breath. Feel your hands, your arms, and your shoulders become more relaxed. Let your neck grow soft and your face relax. Let your head hang down and relax. Take a breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel how wise your body is, how it tells you that it's feeling relaxed. Breathe in, breathe out. Enjoy your own special body for a moment of silence. And then return to this space when you are ready. I don't know about you, but that felt good. Next we have a story. Today's story is a book called I Am Jazz. You may have seen this book before. It's a fairly new book though. I will do my best to show the pictures, so you might want to zoom in as I read and be able to see them a little better. I don't have a photographer here with me to do that for me. So we'll do our best. I am Jazz. For as long as I can remember, my favorite color has been pink. My second favorite color is silver, and my third favorite color is green. Here are some of my other favorite things: dancing, singing, backflips, drawing, soccer, swimming, makeup, and pretending I'm a pop star. Most of all, I love mermaids. Sometimes I even wear a mermaid tail in the pool. My best friends are Samantha and Casey. We always have fun together. We like high heels and princess gowns, or cartwheels and trampolines. But I'm not exactly like Samantha and Casey. I have a girl brain, but a boy body. This is called transgender. I was born this way. When I was very little and my mom would say, "You're such a good boy," I would say, "No, Mama, good girl." At first my family was confused. They'd always thought of me as a boy. As I got a little older, I hardly ever played with trucks or tools or superheroes, only princesses and mermaid costumes. My brothers told me this was girl stuff. I kept right on playing. My sister says I was always talking to her about my girl thoughts and my girl dreams, and how one day I would be a beautiful lady. She would giggle and say, "You're a funny kid." Sometimes my parents let me wear my sister's dresses around the house. But whenever we went out, I had to put on my boy clothes again. This made me mad. Still, I never gave up trying to convince them. Pretending I was a boy felt like telling a lie. Then, one amazing day, everything changed. Mom and Dad took me to meet a new doctor who asked me lots and lots of questions. Afterward, the doctor spoke to my parents, and I heard the word transgender for the very first time. That night at bedtime, my parents both hugged me and said, "We understand now. Be who you are. We love you no matter what." This made me smile and smile and smile. Mom and Dad told me I could start wearing girl clothes to school and grow my hair long. They even let me change my name to Jazz. Being Jazz felt so much more like being me. Mom said that being Jazz would make me different from the other kids at school, but that being different is okay. What's important, she said, is that I'm happy with who I am. Being Jazz caused some other people to be confused too, like the teachers at school. At the beginning of the year, they wanted me to use the boys' bathroom and play on the boys' team in gym class, but that didn't feel normal to me at all. I was so happy when the teachers changed their minds. I can't imagine not playing on the same team as Casey and Samantha. Even today, there are kids who tease me or call me by a boy name or ignore me altogether. This makes me feel crummy. Then I remember that the kids who get to know me usually want to be my friend. They say I'm one of the nicest girls at school. I don't mind being different. Different is special. I think what matters most is what a person is like inside. And inside, I am happy. I am having fun. I am proud. I am Jazz. So I wonder what you think of this story. And if you would like to pause the recording here and share some thoughts about the story, maybe some other wonder questions, like, I wonder if you've ever had to lie like Jazz did about who she was. I wonder what it would feel like to feel like you were in the wrong body. I wonder what else you might be thinking about this story. So feel free to share with each other your thoughts on those questions. And we usually have some activities, but since you're not all here with me, I have no one to do the activities with. So I will just tell you what some of them are, and you can do them at home after this. And next we will have a chalice extinguishing. So some of the activities I'm suggesting are some songs that you may know. One being head, shoulders, knees, and toes. You know, head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees, and toes. That one. Another one is called The Parts That Bend, and it's sung to the tune of Bingo. It's kind of a long song, but I put a link to a site that you can go to and look at it yourself and learn the words. Another idea is to have sensory playtime. Maybe get a wash basin and fill it with some warm water and maybe a little soap and some shampoo perhaps. It might smell better if it's shampoo. And just play in it. You know, what happens when you put something in there? How does your skin feel in the water? What does the water feel like? Or the soap or bubbles? Does it make bubbles? And then afterwards you could even take that water and wash off some toys, wash windows, wash your car, whatever. Have some fun with it. Another activity is to trace your hand. Or if you have paper big enough, trace your whole body. And then decorate it. You could decorate your hand at the same time too, but I mean to decorate the paper. Then, if it's nice enough outside, you can go outside and explore how the surroundings feel on your skin. Do you feel the wind? Do you feel the sun? Do you hear anything in nature or in the environment? If you live in a busy urban area, you might hear traffic more than you hear birds. Run around. Do some spinning or twirling until you're so dizzy that you have to lie down and then regain your composure a little bit. So enjoy the outside. That's certainly something that we need in these days where we're kind of sticking close to home and staying inside a lot. For our closing, I have a little poem. It's by Mary Oliver, I'm not going to read the whole poem, but just a part of it. It goes like this. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. And in that spirit, if you have a real candle, you can all cup your hands like this and blow it out. You can say your own family prayer or have a moment of silence. You can hold hands or not. You can make it however it feels good for you, your family, and maybe it'll become a tradition. So for this week, goodbye from UCE, and hopefully we will all be together soon. Thank you.